Harry Potter, anime about Zuckerberg, anime about Bezos, anime about Alibaba. Those people, their stories are inspiring. Like I'm saying, 6 years, like about 3 4 years, 3 years now, we were not seeing like any better improvements via, and people will see you and they are like, I don't go pay you maybe yeah. Yeah, like, the kind of things they will tell you, Massa.
I mean, horrible things.
Massa. You know, because now we be saying for one bar or one, the Jamana, the Mali, the Marine, Devon, will be the kind of thing that, and it's not like they are wrong. They are not wrong in the sense that they care about you.
And in the environment you are in,
they care about you. What do you know? What do you know? They no like school, no like as in the vehicle business, no like yeah. You need to enjoy and you know. You understand? A whole lot of things like actually the criticism, no. Those are the things. And to go on what calculate be na pay. What to not dream like what funny baby or befa. And today the people who were criticized.
It's Ghanaian, of course. I'm Ghanaian Media on YouTube. I'm Ghanaian Media on Facebook. We could have also on Snapchat and on Twitter. Yeah, so anytime you see me with a microphone, it means I'm about to speak to somebody who is doing something amazing. As I say always, someone who is an artisan, an entrepreneur, or anybody at all. And yes, today I happen to have another gentleman in the hood, yes, in the system, who is doing so amazing in the city of Secondary Takrade. And then we are here to have a conversation. I hope you enjoy it as much as we do. His name is Aramani Teria, but all here the Nangasabo introduce now. Then we get the conversation going. So I hope you enjoy it as we do always. What's up, bro?
Cool.
Everything nice.
Everything cool, pa. Baby, I cool.
You sure the baby nice?
Oh, baby, I fine. Baby, I fine.
Let's see, I had to a baby. Of course, I'll ask you. There's a change of government. What do you expect? What do you see?
Well, we see that, like, as Nkrumah said, Ghanaians are not timid, and they just wait and they act when the time is right. So I see it as enough of the challenges we are facing now. So I think this is also a wake up call for the government Oruba. That now Ghanaians are wiser. When they were timid and when they are quiet, it means they are preparing to strike hard. It is our baby, and they have to also do what they are expected to do. Yeah. That is it.
That is nice. That is a but on the aspect of the MPs, the member of parliament, there's a mass change. Where and was it changed?
Oh, it was changed, yeah, maybe after 20 something years, and now it has been changed to another political party. And I think, like I said, people are getting to know, people are getting informed. Until now that things are on the difficult side, we have been able to change, and now we are looking forward for them to also do something better. Otherwise, it means they will have to go and another person have to come.
Of course, but me, I'm happy about the aspect that Sisi and Wyatt today. If you are given the opportunity and you refuse to do what we want, we change you.
Yeah, that is it. That is the whole idea. And Tina make a wake up call ma Obi Orobano. To for him to know that onye abanukul another yankade or the akuko bejina na will still wait for that individual. So until them the narrative has changed. So the young people have changed their minds, and now this is Adam Nebokono.
Yes, I was telling somebody yesterday, no matter the amount of money you give, if we will change, you will change.
Oh, that be. Okay, honestly, me, I'm not politically affiliated, but so Rebecca.
Oh yeah. I used to swing, but right now I've decided to take a stand. So you get it. Yeah. So yeah. But let's dive into the conversation. Sembi said, who is Aramani? I mean, tell us about you. Who is Aramani?
Ramani Teria is someone who is entrepreneurial in the entrepreneurial space. I'm with ePowers Construction, and ePowers Construction, what we do is we are into solar installation systems. Then we do constructions like painting, tiling, then POP designs. What you see here is not what you will see like in the last 6 years. We started around 2018 to 2020. Yeah, 2018. I remember there is a project called Yedie, which I think you were also part of the project. Yeah. It was actually a free project that we all joined, and I was actually a machine operator on the project. So when this project started, there was a grant aspect that you can win up to around 5,000 cedis at the time. That was $1,000 at the time. So we took the opportunity to also apply for it. People were discouraging us, discouraging me that, oh, this thing there, even if you apply, they have their people they give it to, so you will not win. But one thing I would like to also tell people is that don't listen to what people see. What you feel that you believe that this thing is right, you do it. So we went ahead, I applied. Then after I applied, I got the money. Then I started an electrical shop, a small electrical shop, and that was around 2018 we started it. So going to 2020 we started the electrical shop. We started running a small. We added up to solar in 2020, painting as well. Then I think things took turn. Things began to improve, because at that time 5,000 you can't really use it for quite a lot of things. But we started, because whatever you have, just start with it. The rest will follow. Once you are dedicated to what you want to do, start. And now I think things have paid off. They are paying off right now. We can see a lot of improvements from then to now. There's been a lot of hiccups, but then we're still pushing. So that is Aramani.
That's Aramani basically. But I want to go back to the time of EADA and how all this journey began. As you said, you don't need to listen to people. So what are some of the things that people were saying, when we were in EADA, we used to hear a lot. Mami, I ignore, So for you,
it's within your own friends, what they feel with their belief. They want to transcend their belief into you, that way important. But what do you believe also as a person? And I went ahead and applied for the grant, and I think that was the turning point, because honestly, when I was going into EAD, I didn't have any entrepreneurial mindset, because I all along I thought, oh, that may a world na me pay, or you may be na me kushimina, me na wo chemaka at the end of the month. Because then before I came to EAD, it was a hustling field. We're doing trotro mates and stuff in we did mates for a while before we came into the EADA project. So as we got onto the project, there was a business aspect of it as well. People were still discouraging that but I was not looking at that side. I was looking at how we can transform our lives, because if you want change, you don't do the same thing. Say the same thing. You need to change. So I asked me, what can I do to also change? That was when I said, okay, so let's take the entrepreneurial journey, then see how it will go. So the business aspect of the project, I took it very serious, and I learned a lot during that time. So we applied it, we started working. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Like I said, from 2018 till now, that is around 6 years. Yes, it's not going to be easy. I mean, the first and second years of starting the business, Charlie, it was sad. Sometimes you go sit at a store the whole month, you'll buy 100 Ghana, 200 Ghana. That's at that time. Those things. Just imagine. Because now you don't have to sit at shop there, you have to go to the site, go and look for a job, and the bedroom, people are downplaying you. What shall we stage, especially if you see my stature, then and now, right, it's better. But if you see my stature back then, when you go to the site, they look at you, you can you do this? You can't do it. Like the self-belief, people don't believe in you, that you can't do it. Intimate. So it was a whole lot of challenges. And I said there's the entrepreneur burnout that is there. As at that time, it got to a point you want to give up. Because imagine 8 months straight, you are not having any income. 8 months straight. Like it was a hell. It was difficult. So that said, and if you don't give up, the chances of winning is high, because there's a saying that we fail so many times to succeed only once. Then we got our first job. We went to do it. We executed it nicely, and now it started from referral. A woman will be afraid also missing or the number mom. Okay, Banabe major ma'am. Then like gradually. So
we're here today.
From and that is how like things started.
So Sankofukede, to as a young person to start something on your own in Ghana or in our side of the world, Africa, and you don't have that much support, is difficult. Do you agree with them at that point?
To a point, yes. It's difficult in the sense that you are starting now. The resources, especially, that is the number one thing. The resources, Sika oil is hard to come by. So what I would say, if you have a job now, I'm not saying leave your job, go and start your own thing. Do your job, start some side hustling that you feel like like there's a job, there's a market for it. Until you feel you are comfortable before. If maybe you take my path, maybe like you fall on the way, because as it was the business or nothing. We didn't have anything like.
There was no option.
No backup. Backup will be anywhere. By hook or crook, it has to work. Until the pressure was high. So that is it. It's difficult because here the taxes, the taxes, them like a whole lot. The challenges are high. Regulations, order you have to abide by. Go and register your business. Go and do this. Them. It's not easy in Ghana here. Setting up your own business is not easy. You need to get something at hand. So another thing I would advise I'll tell other people this. They should start. If it's a service rendering crana, they should go into it. They shouldn't always wait for money to come before like they start something. If a service rendering, do it. I know maybe Apple school, maybe like a graduate, acquire accounting, acquire engineering, acquire abede, whatever you did. At a point, you need to forget about those things. Then, like, hustle, do something real on the ground. If say like, maybe I don't want to just to survive, do it. Yeah, at a point, because it got to a point, like I was saying. I mean, I made the mate. Secondary station. You need to do something so that thing like can sustain you, because without that, you, like I say, you give up. On your like me business, I was doing it, but at a point you need to like go and find source of income to sustain you, so that the business can keep running. That is what we are saying. So like it's not easy in Ghana to do a business.
That is motivational, but it's not easy. It's not easy. So ePower's construction. What exactly do you do? What's your business?
ePower's construction. The things we do is renewable energy, then construction. But under the construction, are they painting? POP designs, then tiling works. So these are the three things you focus on. Then solar. For solar, renewable energy.
So we can take them one by one.
Yes, we under solar. Solar no, my and they provide services, solar services for homeowners, individual, companies, then also like farmers for only irrigation purposes, because if we are farmer no, like now we can't depend on the weather, because they expect it in Suntono area, but they expect the area in so that's what we want to avoid, so that we can have all year round farming. Then also for homeowners to have power freedom in terms of wood lighter, they can have a backup system. I want to support one, and you may have also able to high costs of electricity. We want to like curb this to help them to also save a lot of money for their operations. So basically that is what
that's for the solar side. So solar side, you know, the patronage in the parts of the region, the western region.
Okay, western region wise, you know, solar no, is something that is quite new in the market. When we started out, that one we started around 2022. That's quite something quite new in the system, because people don't believe that solar can or even power like machines and then because it's something new. But when you go to outside Takrady and stuff, the patronage is higher. So we'll say quite a number of our jobs, you know, is coming from outside Takrady. I hear we have worked on a few ones in the western region though. So that is it for.
So renewable energy, we hear it all the time. Solar panel, solar system. You made mention of something that Nkofunjindi the autonomous power systems machines now. Is it that you have types, or is that one particular thing that can be able to electrify a whole house?
So we have different types of the solar system. For example, for the inverters, for example, we have different types of inverters. The sizing, we have 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatts, up to around like 100 kilowatts, 150 kilowatts. So depending on the kind of machine or the kind of system that you have, whether in your home, whether in your farm, whether at your facility, in your companies and stuff, dependent on what you are using, that will determine the size of system. But for example, last month, we were in Nigeria, we went to build about a 36 kilowatt system, and the system, what it is doing, the power motor, a very big motor no do any or a treasure up a bro atoko or person a bro no person atoko no into the bro no one na bibia tuma. What it does obo pay no a bro na kotin or ba na we a bro tuna odoko one side. So that was a very big system. So like I said, the patronage, you know, they don't understand the solar. So when we even were doing, the people were, you could hear like whispers that are doing the so no working stuff.
They didn't believe it.
They didn't believe it because like they are not used to the solar. So after we did it and the thing was working, now they came out and they were like, we said because I didn't move to no sondodo. And how can we use this idea with the gusro panels, the gusro name, we invert any battery? How can it make it work? That is it. So when we were done, they were like, hey, engineers. I did back when I say, so if you are doing something and the thing works, then the applause become higher. But when the thing doesn't work, when
it's a challenge.
That is it. And it works. That is it. I mean
that side of the place, Ejura, so imagine if they all dive into this solar system.
Yes, it's the capital intensity of the system that is the challenge. That is the challenge because initial capital for setting up maybe a 2-bedroom apartment, let's say it's about 40,000. You see, the person maybe thinking about it, and in the long term, for example, if somebody invests like 40,000 for solar, within 5 to 7 years, the person will be able to save the money that would have used for prepaid over to prepaid, or be far better. And so it means that the solar system also lasts for around 30 years. So imagine, it means you'll be having about 20 years of benefit, but that is in the long term, like I stated. In the system, no area and fofora, that is where the challenge is. So currently, the plan of e-powers currently is to find investment to be able to do upfront payments for these people in a way that will provide a payment system for them. System no be more flexible, so that because our mission is to let them adopt solar systems in Africa very quickly, so very easily. And so that is the plan for them to also be able to adopt. So people who are young people, who are even renting apartments, they can do a solar system around there. I will be with you, so that they can be able to also like join the train. Now the education is going, education people are understanding the system, but now it's the capital that they will need to also like join the system.
But one thing I've always wanted to ask, when you come to our side of Africa here, we have a lot of sun. Anything that you do is just going because of the sun. So to our what do you think we can do to someone like me? I understand because I see it. When you started it, I've been seeing it, I follow it, and I'll be reading about it online. But how do we get to the people, any generation, the generation before us, those before those we are after? What do we do to get these people along?
You mean the older?
Yeah, the older, those after, those before us, us, those after us.
Okay, so I believe that solar should be inculcated in our energy system. Okay. Renewable energy should be inculcated and it shouldn't be only hydro, because the sun is in abundance in Africa. They be almost every day variable. And one thing I've also realized in the solar system is that there's something called net metering system that outside countries they use it, and the government will pay them for the excess they produce to the national grid. But here it's not like that. There's nothing like net metering system as a usolano. If it is not in use, the government what will happen is the less privileged communities, villages, those people would have been using the electricity, then the urban areas now will fall onto solar. And also the government too as well. The government have to also invest into renewable energy. That will really solve our power crisis, because I've heard that within the next year, early part.
So imagine if they all dive into this solar system.
Yes, it's the capital intensity of the system that is the challenge. That is the challenge, because initial capital for setting up maybe a 2-bedroom apartment, let's say it's about 40,000. You see, the person may be thinking about it, and in the long term. For example, if somebody invests like 40,000 for solar, within 5 to 7 years, the person will be able to save the money that would have used for prepaid over to prepaid, or be far better. And so it means that the solar system also lasts for around 30 years. So imagine, it means you'll be having about 20 years of benefit, but that is in the long term, like I stated. In the system, area and fofora, that is where the challenge is. So currently, the plan of e-powers currently is to find investment to be able to do upfront payments for these people in a way that will provide a payment system for them. System no be more flexible, so that because our mission is to let them adopt solar systems in Africa very quickly, so very easily. And so that is the plan for them to also be able to adopt. So people who are young people, who are even renting apartments, they can do a solar system around there. I will be with you, so that they can be able to also like join the train. Now the education is going, education people are understanding the system, but now it's the capital that they will need to also like join the system.
But one thing I've always wanted to ask, when you come to our side of Africa here, we have a lot of sun. Anything that you do is just going because of the sun. So to our what do you think we can do to someone like me? I understand because I see it. When you started it, I've been seeing it, I follow it, and I'll be reading about it online. But how do we get the people, any generation, generation before us, those before those we are after? What do we do to get these people along?
You mean the older?
Yeah, the older, those after, those before us, us, those after us.
Okay, so I believe that solar should be inculcated in our energy system. Okay. Renewable energy should be inculcated in, and it shouldn't be only hydro, because the sun is in abundance in Africa. Dibia almost every day variable. And one thing I've also realized in the solar system is that there's something called net metering system that outside countries they use it, and the government will pay them for the excess they produce to the national grid. But here it's not like that. There's nothing like net metering system as a usolano. If it is not in use, maybe to matonama the government. What will happen is the less privileged communities, villages, those people would have been using the electricity. Then the urban areas now will fall onto solar, and also the government too as well. The government have to also invest into renewable energy. That will really solve our power crisis, because I've heard that within the next year, early part of the doomsday is going to be massive because of what has happened previously. Because here electricity doesn't belong to the nation again. Yes. So private people entities are controlling them. So once there's cost, it means they are going to shut it down. Yeah. So now that is the challenge. So if we're able to invest heavily into renewable energy, I believe that it will really help the nation, and it will go a long way to support the country a lot, because other countries are doing it. They are doing it a lot, and they are seeing the benefits. So why is it that our country, Ghana, we are not doing it?
It's rather unfortunate.
Yeah. So in the government, the incoming government, yes, has to also look at that part very vigorously, because the current government who just left power there, I think they of that nature. The government coming there, I believe he has to also
I've not really taken time to go through whatever manifesto they were saying, because I feel like we are tanking.
Yeah, that's true.
But with who is coming? The next president. Did you have anything of that sort?
Well, Mama, I think he went to opposition for a while, and whatever he said now might not be relevant, because it was back then. Now, so we are yet to, because I just saw, I don't know whether it's a correct post. I just saw the plan for, I think, the first year. Yeah, I think he was talking about liaising with what's the name, other cabinet members and stuff, to be able to also create a system accountability. So if they are bringing something like that, we wish all the things that they are saying, they will abide by it. And so if it comes into a system like that, then the government is coming in, like I'm saying, and if he is coming on board, I think what the people will say, Ghanaians is something that he has to really take into consideration. Because renewable energy power is our main source of generation of income. Power. So if power is failing us, then definitely it means that because I believe this government is because of power issue in Tina. I think he was overthrown.
A major role with the power.
That was it. Overthrown. If he's coming on board there, I think he should look at that side.
So if we are having all these power issues here and there, and I mean, sincerely, we should look forward to what is coming because of what has happened before. So e-power's construction, the next year going, What do we do to tackle the issues? Because you are now a power source.
Yes. So I think it's a step-by-step process. Yeah. In the Western region, our target currently is the Western and the Central region. Now, for like I said, our mission is to let Africa adopt the acceleration of solar energy very quickly. So the next step is actually, like I say, financing, getting investors to come on board for us to be able to, start deploying the systems to companies, individuals as well, and there is a strategic plan towards it. You will make sure that people who we provide this service to will not default kind of payment, because we know the typical Ghanaian that if he needs something, the cry is different. Once he gets this through, the cry becomes a different ball game altogether. Yeah, so we are currently placing in a very good system, a robust system. That system will help us automatically collect payments so that these people cannot default, and also, like, we know we have assess the risk, and we have seen where the risks are and how to mitigate them. So that is the plan ahead for people to adopt the system through this payment model that people can be able to adopt a lot. I know, once there's a model for people to adopt, I know a lot of people will fall onto solar. I know. So because people, we have a lot of a tall list of customer. We have customer lister who wants to do the system, but and once they go look for money, by the time they are back, cost of the system,
everything is up. Yeah, you need to add more.
That is the country we live in now. So
it's just something. But for me, I'm happy that these things are happening and it's really coming from within my cycle, and I'm really happy about it. But there's a lot to be done. I think there's a lot to be done. Don't you think so?
Plenty. There's a lot. We need young people to come on board. A lot. We need a lot of young people to do something. One thing about we, the young people, is some of us are, I would say some of us are waiting for the government or waiting for someone to give them job. Renewable energy is something that is up and coming, and in Takrady, I think we have just 2 or 3 companies who are doing this. Me, like this, I'm a startup. I'll say I'm a startup, but we have a major company here who is also doing that. So we encourage people, young people, to come to the space, because the ocean is big. Everyone can get fish. They should come on board. We should push Takrady, because kind of, I say, even our natives know, if some at a point they don't believe in the youth, that they can do it. A certain MP crowd made a statement that the youth, our head like coconut.
No, did you hear that?
Oh, you don't know KTM?
No, I heard it.
Say our head like coconut. There's nothing inside. So you see, such an individual who hierarchy like this, or should be and look at the statement he's making, the pedigree, and look at the statement he's making. You understand? It's something else. Because if you look at this, like foreigners, the young people are the ones doing almost everything.
Until I got to realize that these Toyota Vitz cars are being done by under 20, under 10.
Young people, young people are the ones doing it, because they have fresh brains. You understand? Because I ask myself that, how can you say retirement age is 60 years and in Ghana, but all our presidents, they are over 60? Why? Our MPs are over 60. Why?
Most of them are over 60 years.
Over 60 years. Why? But you are saying retirement age. You believe that by that time, Adriano, I am rare, that the person has to retire. But why is it that?
But I think I think I don't believe in that, because when you look around Europe, America, their leaders, they are also above 60 years.
But the young ones who are on the ground working.
So now, what happens is they roll out the opportunities to the young people.
That is it.
They oversee it.
That is it.
It's not happening here.
That is how it should have been. So the older ones are there. All they are doing overseeing of what the young people are doing and using their wisdom to guide them. That's how that thing should have been. But today, like, that's not what we are seeing.
Always they want to do it themselves.
That's what and also it is a kubi. We don't know how to do it. If they give it to us, we can't do it. But that is not true. There are a lot of like young people who are doing like exceptional things here.
Very amazing.
I chanced on this election. I thought they would like inculcate that opportunity from Goshes. I think Goshes. There's this secondary school there. They have done a ballot box. That ballot box does automatic counting.
Yes. Amazing.
And in automatic counting, what problem? In faces here. What can you have? That's all.
Obia no bad way. No.
But the question is, why is it that we are not inculcating it? Question mark we did.
The question mark we did there, no. I think we don't have the answers.
Can't talk about it here.
We don't have the answers, you know. Yeah.
You understand? Why didn't you know, like one pushing, one for? Because in fact it have been simple. In there, we will have known that this number of people came to vote. So if we are counting, and is this number?
When it is 30, it is 30. Yeah, 1, 2.
We left, and we left some ballot boxes. Bani and
Anyways, it's a whole lot. We want to talk about our leaders and how they behave. I mean, it's going to be a whole lot. But the other side of it, the construction.
Yes.
Into POP, into painting, into how is it?
Yes. Like I said, we started from somewhere.
Okay.
Then we entered into somewhere. So, like I said, the ED project was basically a construction project, and me like this, wherever I find myself, I try to make the most out of the opportunities available, because then there was electricals, there was painting, there was tiling, there was POP and stuff. So the thing is, why don't you also take the opportunity, learn this trade, then also make use of it, instead of being at one trade like machine operation only. So that is where the thinking. So we started, like I said, we started the construction before we even entered into the solar industry. Yes. So why don't you take this opportunity? Though you are an engineer by profession, but do something that will keep you like above the water. So that is how come the painting, the painting, the tiling, and the POP came in. Because for that, we will say, the market is there a lot. The reason is that people are building, and people are painting, people are doing tiling, people are doing POP. So the market is there. But for solar, the market is there, all right, but it's the capital intensity. It makes it kind of like
it's a slow pace.
Slow pace. That is it.
So the aspect of, I mean, using it. Second the central region, Cape Coast, Accra. When you compare the differences, do you think Takrady is still leading in the business aspect of, I mean, the construction?
The construction, no, it's I'll say it's Accra. The reason being that almost all huge projects are being done there. So for example, it's now that we are seeing something. Ghana Maritime Line, for example, they are doing their Takrady, which is Beach Road. You see, so almost all our headquarters is all the project. Quite a number of them is happening in Accra. So you see that those in Accra I'll not say they are doing much better than us, but I think that's how I'll put it.
I think they have the opportunities.
The opportunities are greater. That is why you see almost everybody who is doing well in Takrady Kakre, you know, then he's running away to Accra because the opportunities there are vast. But we are committed here. What we want to do is, like, we want to make people believe that it is possible that you can do also like in the Western region and you can make it work here. Do like the hurdles are quite like difficult, but we can do it also like in Takrady for things to work here as well. Yeah.
That's the motive.
And that is the motive, yeah. It and then like bit by bit it is working. Like we will say that though the pace is not fast,
yes,
but we believe that at a point people will get the concept, understand. Then I think like
when I put content outside on the media, people will be like, I say Takrady content in Ihadeo. Why don't you go to Accra? I'm like, do you know the content in the Western region? The problem is that the money to get going at the point is a problem.
The resources.
The resources.
The resources there, like I say, it's everywhere. Like for example, Takrady like this. If you are doing something, the support is lower. People, and when you begin something, people will be encouraging, oh yeah. Once you start growing, then you see people like trying to like overshadow you. That as a kind of this campaign here in Takrady, like it's crazy.
It won't be there.
It's crazy. It's crazy here. It's crazy here. It's crazy. The people pulling him down is crazy here. It's too much. It's too much. Your own like circle, Krano. They want to like find a way to say a whole lot of things. One thing, I've had my fair share. That is why I'm saying this.
You have the experiences.
I've heard even like my own people saying that, oh, wako free, wako edem, wafe baby. You understand? Because they saw me when I was starting.
Yes.
They saw me when I was starting, and now they are also. It will get to a point that they will mention that, oh, we need somebody to even do solar for us. They know you, pal, but they will never mention your name. They will never say they know you. They will rather call another person to come and do it.
Jesus will want to invite Jerusalem. I don't know. No, when you did only
that is it.
So I think it's normal.
So for but it shouldn't be so, because like when you go to Accra, so only be Accra. He call his friend like, Charlie, what's the day? Then you see that they are growing together. When there is like opportunity, even sometimes your friend will hear about a funding opportunity that, oh, these people, they are doing this project, they are doing this so and so project.
Yeah.
You see your friend going, you see him going, they will go and take. But in Accra, the guys are not like that. When they are coming, they come in their numbers. You see them like this. They are doing the same thing. They are doing electrical. Krana. You call his friend to come, because at the end of the day, so they are funding the people. The money is not for you. They will fund other people as well. So you see your friend, the competition, they want to do better than you. Why should it happen? The pool is so big. The pool is so big that
why do you have to sink somebody's ship?
You have to have people want to sink your ship before they will know that like people want you to do better. They don't want you to do better than them. That's the nature of especially like Takrady people. That is our nature, and it shouldn't be like that, because we should have been supporting ourselves. And this thing, we Takrady have also like kind of a sense of entitlement. At a point, it's like why do I say this? You see somebody saying that you don't support my craft, but you ask that person that how many times has he also supported what you are also doing?
I ask them. I ask people a lot,
and that is one thing that we should stop doing. You support me, I also support you. And don't be like senipa na nya. You feel like nipa or yaminya uncle. So when would I post the one year repost and like one comment one humpo and I be with them. We should stop that thing. If the person supports you, fine. If it doesn't support you, to make you know why you started. I won't name the reason I started earlier. So I'll say that is it. Takrady, we should do better.
should do better.
Our friends and our supporters and like the people around Takrady. If there's a project, I think we should think about the people of Takrady first before answer. It's not only the job. We want to create our own thing so that we can at least also create like employment opportunities for like ourselves here, so that on there they be a copy juma, and that is one thing all how yene government they be and what I think they are looking forward to what juma my boys rather than creating something for them. I don't know go to work create a juma died or them in Takrady like natives. I don't know they like how into women share about them. I think that one will help us.
I think the reason why I had to vote for the NDC was basically because they have a plan of supporting young people who are doing something. And now I'm into content creation, and it is part of the deal. Your section is also in, you know, help us, push us to a point and leave us. Able to me, but me no boko pot, me no boko VGRA.
That thing really like puts me off. Recently, a certain political party, they came. I think we were doing morning training. We were playing football. I think Sundays they were football. Obaya, all the motive were the buying there. If we come to power, the security, you know, the security side, you watch, you slots or you do back question. You be Penavia, a Pesoja, a Benya. So I was thinking in my head, into the Munko. Watch what one parliament there, another like one campaign, they don't watch what one more.
No, it's like that is what the youth want.
Okay, well, but
what they hear?
The narrative doesn't have to be like that. It should be like young creative baby, because I don't know about others how like they get this opportunity. There are some government like opportunities. Sometimes it's here. You apply. You they not call you that.
But some people you see them there.
You don't know. You don't know. It's not like you are not doing things right. Too. The requirements, everything like you qualify. But the thing you not go see top of that. It's like a certain group of people be. And constantly you see them like that's a thing. It shouldn't be like if it happens like one day like the other young businesses now who are also trying to do something, if they don't get those opportunities, you see them like wanna be because only no kita tough skin today be our only no kita tough skin to that army they like I don't know only 8 months 1 year 2 years because I don't know we have a big why no so the reason like yearly ejuma no ya the corner year no or body into so what then yearly
I told you also on nobody
2 months another 1 month when masa
but me I think at that aspect of the whole story, I think we have to change our mind. And when they start at the when you read the stories of Alibaba, KFC, Google, Coca-Cola, even Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook owner, you get to know that only 1 year, 2 years, 3 years as a more.
Yes, that is what I'm saying, that the young people who are coming up and coming, not all of us have been able to see these like stories, have been exposed to what you are saying right now. That will make them think that okay, even send on ye import or china bed and obey on one of the more obi no catch and they be a business a benyeska. You understand? No, so okay, so me a business means can only mean a bear 10,000 be. My move from coffee, maybe a nyama be a member ton. Or by shame no 1 year no within 1 month, 2 months and a 1 ton no. Finish a business a BBH, but he's not interested, he's not ready to even listen. You understand? And to do business, you need a lot of like learnings for you to like stay on board. You need a lot of learners, and you have to have a reason why, like maybe you are starting the business. People are like only a business or a business because what kind of business is cool, or a business because on pay the boss about how na dream 9 to 5 or 9 or 9
Wable.
I'm better like obiabe control. I want to be my own boss. That is why obili a business. And there are people too who are doing business because there's a reason, there's a solution over there, or problem over there or solve. So like these are the three types of people. Into nipa no rubano, mindset or rubano, no betcha there. Nipa no be obekim another like onka business. So those are the things. And to say, I win him about Harry Potter, him about Zuckerberg, him about Bezos, him about Alibaba. Those people, their stories are inspiring. Like I'm saying, 6 years, like about 3 years now, we were not seeing like any better improvements via, and people will see you and they are like, I don't go pay you maybe yeah. The kind of things they will tell you, Masa.
I mean horrible things.
Masa. You know, because now we be saying for one bar or one, the Jamana, the Mali, the Mali, the Mali, the Devon will be the kind of things, and it's not like they are wrong. They are not wrong in the sense that they care about you.
And in the environment you are in,
they care about you. What you know? What you know? They no wala school, no wala as in the fear business na wala dia yeah. You you understand? A whole lot of things like actually the criticism, no. Those are the things. And to go what calculate be na pay. What to not dream like what funny baby or befa. And today the people who were criticized.
Yeah, so imagine Aramani, Cecilia, people are seeing results. People are seeing you, I mean, doing a whole lot of things, trying to add more. The same people now, they doubted, you know. Now so who are, what do you think they'll be saying?
Oh, that is it. And like, and we are the same people. Make sure your why, you know, or your body, or is big enough. It's a reason enough. Obama, I then keep on whatever like Obia or can say. I wouldn't a day. Ne who vision there. Better me a business. Better me a construction. Better me a solar. I wouldn't who are the quinty who ya. A better quiet the madam. Into when people are talking, let that why not show to come another like why not attract one. On the winning, because the people who were criticizing are the same people who are saying, "Oh, you have done well." They even use you as an example to their children.
Yes,
I'm telling you, I've been
your absence.
I've seen baby. I've seen baby. Oh, you understand? Those are the things those are the comments you'll be seeing, you'll be hearing, people will be talking. You understand? That is it.
Yeah.
Me say start me congratulate support no so. Support enye bimpo.
Bimpo ni ho.
Enye bi kobna. Enye bi. Bro, it had. So like your high should be big. That's it.
You should have a big why. You should have. So I mean, wrapping up on this episode of the interview. This is Chats with Gani. What words of motivation do you have for the youth, the streets? I mean, all of us. What do they look out for?
The only thing, like I've been saying throughout, is why.
Yes.
Have a why. Have a reason. Have a purpose. For living. Don't just wake up. Then naked like mobefa na wafa na wanfa. You understand? Baby na ye. That is one thing that helped me a lot. When things were not working, I sorted to learning skills. Mission like inyama injuma. Mission bebre. Minim biodigester here, minim wallpaper here, minim painting here, minim POP here. I learned like a whole lot of things. So I was just learning. I was learning the skills. There like in there, so in a year and year, people know me like, and you are a testimony because like you watch my start a lot. Today I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. Tomorrow I'm doing this. You understand? those times were like hard times. We were getting a height above the water. BBIAB. That is it. Like old group, it gets to a point. Masa, men share mobile car. There me fair, and now there because na de me fair. Yeah, like yeah, na the basket. Idea way offending. Oh, network marketing. Where I nyama coach me. Ya ton bill. Ya ton tea na di na the herbal tea na di. It be a coach mo. Better we do it like ye bibi. Don't sit idle. Na nkade am pede management mi nya monko. Better who the people you see, the Dangotes you see, Charlie, if they share their stories with you, they have suffered, they have done something that they didn't like. Onye yempe they like yebeka ko tonti. Onye yempe they yebeka ko dimate. Onye yempe they like yebe share nyama ko ichima. Ko tonunduru na nonke kaona. Onye yempe o. But like you have to do something. Today people see you they feel like every year nebejina. That's true. That is not how it is, Charlie. It's time. It's process. Give yourself time. Give yourself. That is what as youth yempe. Give yourself time. If it is 2 years, 2 years. Imagine if you are 20 years older. And that is where it is. Start early. Start early. If you are 20 years old today, give yourself like 2 years, 3 years to learn. You give yourself, because at that point, most of us, na yam papa na yam mami, what I want to demand, what the man. Give yourself that time. Learn a trade. Forget about social. Forget about girls. Forget about those things. Learn a trade for yourself within those 2-3 years. You know, so baby, farmer. Then in the 4th, 5th year, yeah, there you feel there. Try your hands on like in Yama. Maybe in Yama ades and try your hands. Yije Yama be never pay baby kakra pesika. Sepede ebijuma bibi na ebu ya fa pesika kakra. Tools na epede to pesika. Fa ye like ye odd jobs. Ejuma like on found humpo. Forget about a graduate and other. That is one thing or something or chance. Forget about a graduate. Idea ayo o discover brown. I want order one more adrenaline then. Oko. Certain Roberts, no Roberts, no almost 2 million. This is because we engineer no with your 800 cedis. The choice between our Roberts ton na 800 cedis no.
Choose one.
Choose one. As I do the dirty jobs, that will give you income. Yeah. Because the thing is, no one is coming to save you.
Nobody at all.
Nobody is coming to save you. As you are there, no, you think people care. That is the honest. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Obia found home. Nyene yehu only like ebi am kobo sakola. Hey, what do you, nobody gives a damn. Obia phobia. The only person that will be in the story is those who have been successful. Actually, we could be said obia on here be there like we see them with the other. They are always asking the successful ones how they did it. And almost through all of them, they did things they didn't want to do because they wanted something to happen. So today, my brother, all the youths, me youths, all I'm urging them is they should give themselves some time. Set a plan. Write what they want to do. They should write it down. They should learn a trade in addition to whatever they are doing.
Yeah.
A skill is important. Obiso pesca. Maybe send the opejuma. Maybe I've been able to my house in Minyari. So you are my friend. I want to employ you. But what's your skill? No skill. How can I employ you? Well, but also can one world to one employment in your no. So Obandama. I wanna go between where you see the menoboko over promise them menoboko ports, menobe them, menoboko navy, menoboko surgeon. Because you are not valuable. Please, or you'll be valuable. Know your why and know why you started and give yourself some time. I think these things will really help you.
Very important. Just know your why and then know why you started. Of course, my name is Ghanaian. I was here with Aramani, a very good brother of mine. And then we will find a conversation. I mean, a very nice one. I hope you enjoy it as we did. My name is Ghanaian. We are here. Out for today.